Very good evening. Very good evening, Rajan, Shinu. So nice to see your cameras going on. That's wonderful, Priyanka. Wonderful, wonderful. Wow, so nice. Your notebook is also ready. You're ready, right? What else trainer wants than such a ready to learn participants, isn't it? Wonderful. Okay, so it's 6 o'clock. How was your week? How was your week? Let me know in the chat box. Yes. How was your week? Hello, Lalita. Thank you so much for keeping your video on. Wonderful. Thank you, Shinu. Yes. Good going, good and busy. Okay, lots of work, Priyanka is saying. Excellent. Okay. So let me ask you another question to all of you. Okay. And the question is, what is it that you did in this week which you did it for the first time? What is it that you did in this week which you did it for the first time? I'm also thinking, yes, let's see that I never did that, and in this week I did it. Yes, what can be that? Okay, I got to know what is it that I did. Anything new, anything, something, which you have done it for the first time. It can be as simple as wearing a new dress, which you never wore it, in the past. Yes. Anyone?
Good morning, ma'am. Let me only start.
So I'm thankful that I'm looking very fresh. So you're saying good morning to me. It's good evening.
So it's like basically I work in US shift, so this is morning for me.
Oh, that's how. Yes. Tell me.
So the new thing that I did was particularly that I drove alone for the first time. I mean, I've been driving, but my brother is always around because he's very very conscious that I'd maybe hit someone or do something. So this is the first time that I drove. In fact, this afternoon, it was the first time that I drove on my own.
Wonderful. Give her a big round of applause. I think, and many congratulations for your freedom, Surbi. Driving is a freedom, what I feel. Your dependency goes down.
100%. I mean, that's what I've been seeking, because every time that I have to go out, I have to ask somebody to, accompany me. This is like the best thing I could have done.
Wonderful. That's really great, Surbi. And keep doing that. And it gives you a lot of energy, isn't it? It makes you happy, which is very important. So Shinu has started evening walk after long gap. I hope you will continue, Shinu, that. Okay. So keep doing that. If you get bored, then have those headphones or AirPods on and listen to the podcast, listen to the beautiful music, and that's a me time. You don't want to come back to home.
Yeah, ma'am. It's all green here, so it's very good. Walking.
Where is it? Bangalore?
It's Udupi.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's great. So I think everywhere in India right now it is green. For a change, Gurgaon also has become green. For a change, I think in so many years I'm seeing the heavy rains here, which I never, experienced. So that's wonderful. Raining everywhere. Great. So what is it that I did new this time? I think we wanted our recruitment speed to go up. Okay, and the recruiters which we are hiring new in our company, so they were taking a lot of time to start the productivity. So we came up with a wonderful thing and the training program for them where their productivity will start maybe in 3 to 4 days maximum. And we came up with the script. We gave them a wonderful training. And I think the interns who are joining us in recruitment, they will be able to deliver it very fast. So my fingers are crossed. Sometimes, you need to try new things in the company also. And you're excited to work on it to see how your efforts are, will be giving you the returns, isn't it? So I will suggest to all of you that wherever you go at home in life, if you are in the kitchen, right, anywhere, try something new. It can be as simple as a new recipe and just see how energetic you feel. And that energy is completely related to your psychology. That is where you get new neurons in the body. When you learn new things, you get new neurons in the body, and those neurons gives you a lot of energy. Making sense to everyone? Yes. I'm sure that whenever you learn something new, you don't feel down. Oh my God, I'm tired of this. You always want to do it more. And I'm sure that, the person who started now, Surabhi has started driving. And today in the night also, she will feel one more ride. I want to go ahead alone, right? So wonderful. Please suggest me a good Netflix series. Can you suggest me good Netflix series in the chat box, which is the one which must watch? Yes. Anyone? Yes. Okay. So I will copy paste in my own personal WhatsApp so that I will have, a track. Sometimes I tend to forget. That. Okay. Stranger Things. Okay. First, that's all. Nothing else. What are you doing currently? Okay. Okay, that's wonderful. Let me see anything dark. Okay. I've heard there is a great series on Harshit Mehta we all must watch. That is something which is in my mind. So I will see that if I get some time, I will certainly watch that. Have you watched that series?
Yeah.
Harshit Mehta, I've heard that is a wonderful series. Yes, Rajan?
Yeah, I have watched it.
Great. So when we are talking about Harshit Mehta and we are talking about money, today's session is going to be very interesting. What is the topic of today's session?
Compensation.
Compensation.
And benefits.
Absolutely. We are going to see a wonderful thing is compensation and benefits. Okay. So before we begin, let me also give you some insights on the session. The insights are very important. This session is not about the payroll. It is not about money. Okay. It is all about how strategically you design the compensation. Because if you look at it, somewhere, if you look at marketing, you have a pricing strategy. Am I right? You have a pricing strategy that you strategize your pricing in such a way that your customers get attracted, isn't it? And as a HR, it is very important for all of us. 3 words, important 3 words in HR. What are those? Put it in the chat box, which we saw it maybe in the first session. What are these 3 words? Let me see who gives first.
Humble, hiring, honest. Humble.
That is Protouch philosophy when we hire. So what is HR? Wonderful. Neha, that is great. Shinu, that's right. That is ARM, ARM. Attract, retain, and motivate, right? And tell me one thing. Can money work on all these 3 things? Attract, retain, and motivate. Am I making sense to all of you? Yes. And that's how we are going to see how compensation works, right? Is it about money? Is it about benefits? Is it about culture? Is it about what? And we all need to figure out so that if the competition is giving, tough time to us, suppose sometimes what happens that, company is not giving you, or the competition is snatching people from you, a lot of things can happen, right? So how are you going to work around it? Okay. So let me show you certain things. So today's session is very important because, of course, in HR classes, what challenge I face, sometimes all the people think about their own compensation. Like Shinu will think, Acha, what will be my compensation? What will be my appraisal? How my boss is going to do that? However, I always say you need to put your HR mind to work. detach yourself from the topic and try to understand how it works for the company, how it works for the employee. Making sense to everyone? Yes. So we need to get out of transactional things when we are in HR, and we need to put our strategic mind when we are designing the compensation. So are you excited to know a lot of things about money and compensation? Yes. Keep the energy high. Okay. Because it is going to be very interesting, because today you will get to know a lot of things from organization perspective as well. Okay. From organization perspective on. Let me give you some cases. Okay. Before we begin, let me give you some cases. For example, you go to ICICI Bank to open an account, and the relationship officer gives you super experience. Right? After a few days, you meet your friend who also want to open open account. Which bank will you suggest?
ICICI.
ICICI.
The same bank, ICICI.
Same, right? Let's have a look at another case. After a few days, you go to ICICI Bank to make fixed deposit for your father. Relationship officer treats you badly. And after a few days, you meet your friend who also want to get fixed deposit done. Will you suggest ICICI Bank?
No.
No, ma'am.
No, right? May I know the reason?
Because of bad experience.
Because of the bad experience or because of the good experience? What is your learning here?
Relationship with the customers.
Relationship with the customers, one. Yes, Parag?
Behavior matters.
Behavior matters. What else?
Your
The way you are treated.
your experience with the your experience about the conversation with the relationship officer.
Okay, your experience with what else?
The way you are
Let
treated.
me see what is the intellect coming out now. Yes.
The way you are treated.
Way you're treated. Okay.
Due
One
to
more.
the behavior, people will not get attracted to that company, to that bank.
Okay, so you are quite closer. So if you look at it, everyone, you know, ICICI Bank is same. What is the common in these two scenarios? The bank is same. Right. However, how the experience employees are giving, that is creating your brand value. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? Right? So understand, you go in any field, you work in operation, you work in customer support, you work in HR, you work in any other area. Whether the company is good or bad is decided by
Customers.
employees' behavior.
Employees.
People in your company. Are you getting my point? For example, right now you talk about Protouch, right? I'm training you. Rahul is training you. There are many other faculties comes and trains you. Shalini comes, Anjul comes, Satish comes, and so many people come to you. Am I right? And they deliver their best. Hence you say Protouch is good. Yes or no?
Yes.
Protouch as an entity has no value attached. And hence, especially in service industry, we say human resources is a capital and an asset. Okay. Yeah. Like for example, whatever values companies are coming up. When it is a small company, sometimes it is very easy to keep a close look at every action and create that experience. However, when the company grows, When you have 4,000 employees, will you be able to do the same thing? And that is where, there is a wonderful story. If you want, you can read on it, that making elephant dance, IBM case study. You must read that case study. You will get it on Google, right? It is very difficult. And you will see the companies which are exponentially growing, suddenly they got funding. Suddenly certain things have happened. And what happens? Then the service goes for the toss. How many of you have experienced this happening with Ola, Uber, many companies? Yes, at the beginning, number one, or this has become so good, just, book a cab and it is coming. Now what happened? The demand went up. Were they ready to handle those kind of customers? I hope I'm making sense to all of you. Sometimes you may also feel you're not in HR class, but I always say that if you don't understand business, please don't be in HR. I was addressing a very young, participants in Lloyd's Business School in this week. I asked everyone on HR transformation, why do you want to be in HR? I can talk well. I can connect with people well. So what? Why company should pay you because you love talking people? So if you do not keep a business understanding, there is no scope of you going ahead in the company. Okay. So now you may feel that way, right? So in service industry, it is more people oriented. In manufacturing companies, it is more product driven, right? And people are easily replaceable. Am I making sense? Because they have assembly line just on the button and the products get designed. And for example, if one automobile company is able to produce maybe 15 cars per day, whether you are there, you are not there, company will still produce 14 car or 15 cars per day. Yes or no? But suppose a particular person in service industry is not able to handle a customer very well, then it will directly have an impact on the business. And hence now, especially again and again, I'm saying in service industry, your product is people. Because they give services to people. If a Swiggy person is not delivering on time, you do not say that delivery person was bad. You always say Swiggy has gone wrong. Am I making sense to all of you? And day by day, customer is demanding, high demands. And hence people have become assets. But now, honestly speaking, during induction, during training programs, company train everyone in the similar way. Am I right? They give 5 values, they give 5 values. They tell customer is important, they tell customer is important. Our manager says, when a client become a number, you have lost the game there. You should remember all clients' names. That much personal touch should be there when you are with your client. Am I making sense? But do you think all 100 people joining your company will be same? It is next to impossible. But few are doing and few are not able to do. But those few who are doing, they give you the competitive advantage. Please understand this. Competitive advantage is what? How? Because, for example, everyone is same. Everyone is same. If you go in the market, there are so many institutes who are giving maybe the HR Generalist course. Like Amazon, there are so many companies who are giving you the products online. Like maybe the designer wears, you have so many companies. You must be knowing there are so many cars who have got engine same, who have got all the assembly parts same. What is different is the outer body of the car. Yes or no? But what makes a difference is their competitive advantage, that can be, for example, giving good services, giving service on time, behavior with the customers, behavior with the applicants. Understand, as a HR also we serve to the external world. Am I right or wrong? We also serve to our internal customers. Yes, and that makes a huge difference. But what is the problem now? What is the problem now? The problem is this. Market is full of opportunities for performers. Believe me, whatever story you give, whatever story you tell to yourself, if you're a performer, you will be always in demand in the market. No recession, no corona, nothing impacts. People want you at any cost. Am I making sense to everyone? Yes or no? On an average, one person receives minimum 2 calls in a day from a consultant. Now just see, HR is trying level best to attract, retain, motivate. And there is one party every day calling your employees. Are you looking for a change? Are you looking for a change? Are you looking for a change? Does that happen? Does that happen? Yes. Their LinkedIn is full of, for example, their messages. Are you looking for a change? Are you looking for a change? And person may say yes. Because performers are always in demand. And as a HR, you have to come up with such kind of strategies that company will hold them back. Every day, every conversation. And it's not only HR, you have to make sure your managers are also like this, that they will treat the employees really well. Because I don't know, are you a fan of Ashneer Grover or not? Have you heard about his name? Ashneer Grover, I can see Abhijit smiling. Yeah, yeah. If you see his video, he has said one thing. The biggest challenge of businesses and startups is only one: getting the great people to work. Right? He said very nicely, and that line stays with me, that we may have a billions and billions of population in India. How many people are ready to do a job is another thing. And how many people are actually really want to grow and work for the company is not more than 10%. Everyone is unhappy. Everyone feels that I deserve better. Everyone is unhappy with their managers. Sab job dhoond rahe. I don't know what are they looking for. Making sense? Yes. And the generation today which we are managing is completely different. There was one of my bosses, Vaibhav Bhatnagar. He used to feel very happy that if someone used to buy a car, or someone used to buy a house, or someone used to get married, he used to say, now I'm giving a party. Why? Now your life of full of EMI has started. So now you will not leave this company. Getting my point? Getting my point? Yeah. There was one more company which used to give cars to their employees at a very low rate. Okay, car manufacturing, you can buy, and from your salary only, they will deduct. The intelligent person people make out that this was a retention strategy. This was a big retention strategy, that you're giving all this to your employees so that there will be a liability and they will stay with you. So think about it. I hope am I making sense to all of you? For example, there is no hunger in today's generation. Hunger means what? I'm not talking, and let me tell you this, what I'm telling right now may not be applicable to everyone. Okay. So there is always certain things will be context driven. For example, earlier, if you recall all the Hindi movies, what is important? Sister's marriage, ill mother, no father, and all the problems, and that person is looking for a job and doing all the jobs. Yes or no? Do you recall? And typical Hindi words, if I have to say, they'll say, behan ki shaadi karni hai mujhe. That used to be responsibility. Now, if you look at it, there is no responsibility like. Because now India is shining. Again, as I said, I'm not talking about all, I'm talking about majorly metro cities, right? Average person has got a bike and a car, right? And then what happens? What is your dream? The generation here comes and says, I want 1 month leave. I said, for what? Sister's marriage. I said, it's not your marriage. Sister's marriage. And for your marriage also, 7 days are okay. What is it that you're going to do other than that? No. If you're not giving me leave, resignation. I will tell you another story where one of the team member was coming in Audi and his manager used to come in I-10. He had a big problem with this. He said, what is this? My team member is coming in Audi. So yeah, his father has given him. What we can do now? What is the aspirations people will have? What is it that I'm trying to tell you? Please tell me. What is it that I'm trying to tell you?
And self-centeredness has increased nowadays. We are thinking about ourselves only.
Is there anything wrong?
No, nothing wrong.
Absolutely no wrong. What I'm trying to tell you, everyone, listen to me very carefully. The economy is changing. Right? The economy is changing. Priorities are changing. Are you getting my point? I will tell you a wonderful story where I conducted a focus group discussion. In the morning, I was talking to senior level managers, and in the evening, I was talking to the young generation in the same company because we are designing the program for them. In the morning, people said, what is this, madam? What is it that they need? Induction, they're staying in 5-star hotels. They have pick up and drop buses, madam. Right? They will say very clearly, this is not my job. If there is a maintenance problem, they will off the line. They will sit there till the time maintenance comes. Look at us. We used to come 10 kilometers walking, madam. Maintenance person doesn't come. I used to, sit down, tighten that screw and do everything. What is this generation? I said, okay. In the evening, madam, they are given pick up and drop. They feel like, they are given as Mercedes. Madam, they have come 10 kilometers walking. That's why they are expecting us to come 10 kilometers walking. What should we do now? Madam, when they get 8 lakhs package for their son and daughter, they are very happy. They come and distribute sweets, madam. But if we get that package, they have a pain that I started with such a less package and how come you are getting? Are you getting my point here, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to make here? The point here I'm trying to make here is understand the generation is changing, expectations are changing, the lifestyle is changing, the economy is changing. And in that, you all have to design the packages so that the people will get attracted to you, so that the people will get retained, and so that people will feel motivated. Yes or no? Maybe when I was getting 2,000 rupees in maybe 1992, today if I give 2,000 rupees to someone, the person will say, madam, keep it as a tip to you, I'm better off. Making sense to you or not, right? A person living in a metro will have a different lifestyle, and whereas the person coming from a small city, for him, those 25,000 is a big amount. Whereas the person has to live in metro city and wants to spend on PG, lifestyle, phone bills, transport. He will say, what is it that I'm saving? 3,000 rupees. Please tell me, am I able to relate to you or not? And whereas the company is not able to give you more than 25K. And these are the challenges of compensation which we are going to see today. Am I making sense to everyone? Please let me know in the chat box. All the freshers, are you with me? If freshers are
Yes,
with me,
ma'am.
please put F in the chat box, please. All the freshers. Because I cannot give Rajan a different salary package. I cannot give Sunita a different package. And I cannot give different package to Mandakini. But I need people. And how will I have that balance? Because today, if you go out on weekend, you spend almost 2,000 rupees. Please tell me yes or no. A movie watching, a movie or a shopping or anything. And these people are completely different. The demand has gone completely in a different way. How are we going to have compensations? Because we need to satisfy them. Otherwise, they are ready to fly. Bye-bye. If they do bye-bye, my employee costs go high. Yes. So now what I will do here is, let's get into the breakout rooms now. Okay. What is it that you will discuss in the breakout room will be? Take down this in your notebook. Okay. What is it that you're going to discuss? How compensations have changed over a period of time. How compensations have changed over a period of time. Is everyone clear on the question? Okay. Let me give you one example. One example is, for example, which company would you like to join? Company A, just listen to me very carefully. Company A, which cuts the PF and all these other things and give you the remaining salary, and company B, which doesn't cut anything and gives you enhanced salary. Which company would you like to join, A or B? Put it in the chat box. Put it in the chat box. Absolutely. Right? There are so many people are saying A because they give us PF and everything. However, in reality, many people prefer B. They say, who has seen this PF and all, boss? मुझे तो ये नहीं पता, I'm going to be with your company for 3 months or not. Are you able to understand what point I'm making? I'm just exploring. And in that PF and all, I really don't want. Whatever is there, give it to me in hand in my bank account. Yes or no? Please tell me. I don't want any deduction because those 500 rupees today, it matters to me also. Please understand, the generation is changing. They want, because for them, this PF is like very far. वो बोलते हैं, अरे कल किसने देखा? Because Katrina Kaif has said to everyone, right? Dude, who has seen whether you will be alive after 40 or not? And everyone has become Hrithik Roshan. Yes? Making sense? They want to have, there are so many people who join 6 months and they work and they go or leave that company. You know why? They want to go on travel. They want to have money. They travel, they come back, they will look for another job, they will travel, they'll come back. And this is how it is happening. Not with everyone, but I'm telling you, you are going to handle these situations. Right? So how this compensation have changed over a period of time? Is everyone all right with this question? Please show me thumbs up, Farhan. Right, Lalita? Okay, great. So what we are going to do, come out with the pointers. There should be one note keeper in your group. Note keeper means the person who is taking the session on laptop, so that the person will open Word document and keep typing the bullet points. So once you come back, what are you going to do? The bullet points, you will put it in the chat box. Is everyone clear on this? Right? Wonderful. So now let's go in the breakout rooms. Please keep yourself on mute mode. That will be really good. So I'm making 5 breakout rooms and here we go. Please join the breakout rooms, everyone. You must have got a pop-up on your screen to join the breakout rooms. Wonderful. Harika, Usha, Fatima, please join the breakout room. Shrishti, please join the breakout room. So Surbi, how was your discussion?
It was very silent, to be true. I didn't feel like a
Okay.
lot of people were talking. Maybe this was like, maybe I'm not sure if all the people in the group were from HR background. So it's not like
Doesn't
saying
matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's why I said that if
Doesn't matter.
everybody can think of an element from their salary, it can add a point in here.
Absolutely.
But it didn't seem
No problem. Let's see.
very.
Because this is somewhere is the challenge, because people want to have activity driven training, however they do not want to participate. Yes, so let everyone come back. Let's see what is it that we get. Please keep yourself on mute mode. That will be really nice. Yes, come back. Welcome back. Did you have good discussion? I don't know. Faraz is smiling. Yes, Faraz?
Yes, ma'am. It was
Wonderful.
great.
Great. So if you have made the points, please put it in the chat box. Whatever was your discussion, please put it in the chat box. Let me see what are the things coming out. And somewhere this is wonderful. Group 5, incentives, bonus, travel, home allowance, health benefits, and more take home. Amazing, Vartika and group. Great. Inflation, GDP, etc. is happening. So compensation has changed. Generation gaps, Western way of living. Wonderful. Competitive bidding. Yes. Wow. That's so nice. So Surabhi, you can see how people have worked, right?
No, I was a part of group 5 only. Those are my pointers.
So that's good. And Surabhi is saying that your team was little silent. So work on, contribution. Okay. Because this is also a time where you network with people, where you talk with people, you get to know them, right? Compensation changes country's economy, compensation based on the performance before COVID, but now it depends on the capability, non-cash benefits, equal opportunities, medical benefits. Absolutely great. And as a HR, I will suggest something to all of you. You all need to be very well connected with the society. Societal changes. Am I making sense to all of you? Right? Societal changes are very important. And hence in the beginning, people used to hire people from MSW background in HR. That is Master in Social Work. Why? Because society has a huge impact on the compensations, and compensation has a huge impact on society. Our HR policies will have a great importance. Wonderful. Mandakini and group has written daycare facilities, internet facilities, 6 months paid leave. Aap dekh rahe ho? What is your observation in all these pointers? What is your observation in all these pointers?
Ma'am, everyone wants the facility to be mentioned in the compensation.
Understand, they are not talking about money. They are talking only about the benefits part. Am I making sense to all of you?
Yes.
Please let me know, is daycare facilities a compensation? Is it a benefit?
It's a benefit.
It's a benefit. Internet facility, is it a compensation or is it a benefit?
Benefit.
6 months leave, is it a compensation or a benefit?
Hello, ma'am. Work from home, ma'am. We were discussing about the work from home. At that time, we were getting paid for the internet. That is what we actually meant.
Absolutely, Alana. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the biggest change in the compensation. And I'm making a big point here, everyone. Please listen to me very carefully. And if you're taking down the notes, please make a note here. You can attract people with the compensation, but you can motivate and retain them with benefits. It's a big message here which you are getting, right? Like for example, when you will be joining any company, right? And they say, okay, we have pick up and drop, we have all these things, and we have maternity leaves, and we have everything. You look at it. You look at it first. What is it in hand I'm getting? Yes. So attraction of the person will happen on compensation, which is a financial compensation at the time of attraction, at the time of joining. But when you want to leave the company, or when if you're thinking about leaving the company or staying back in the company, you will always get thoughts, no, there is no politics here. There is a good work-life balance. There is a peace of mind. There is a daycare. It is nearer to my house. Am I making sense to all of you? Please put it in the chat box, everyone. Yes, the retention happens with benefits part. Retention happens with benefits part. And motivation happens with the incentives and other things which someone has written about the bonus and all. That is for performers. And hence, compensation is not all about money, but compensation is all about, the
Benefits.
combination of financial, non-financial benefits and long-term benefits. Am I making sense to everyone? Yes. For example, today benefits will matter. Like for example, Saloni applies in our company and we say, okay, I'm offering you 30K in a month. Okay. And there is another company, Saloni is applying. She says, you get 30K and you have a pick up and drop. You have a canteen facility at home, at office. You have a daycare facility. Am I making sense? Cost is same, but benefits will make a huge difference for everyone. There can be a company who is offering you 35K and says, 35K, and another company is offering 30K. Still, then you will also look at the benefit parts of it. Pick up and drop. I have these allowances. I get flexibility, work from home. I get internet facilities. I have growth. I have learning. Because learning and growth तो अभी तक किसी ने देखी नहीं है, honestly speaking. Understand that only you know when you're working in that company. Making sense or not? They will always see the hard part of it. That is, what is the compensation I'm getting in hand and what are the benefits I'm getting in hand. If the compensation is equal, then they will compare the benefits. But loyalty, don't expect. Those benefits will make people now retain also. Yes. Now, for example, there was a time where husband and wife were not supposed to work together. That used to be a policy. Okay. Now, husband and wife can work together. Husband and wife can get also transferred together. Why? Because of the retention. And that becomes the biggest benefit in IT companies. Yes or no, everyone, right? And hence it is very important for you to understand, again and again, I'm telling you, talk to people about their jobs. What make them happy? What make them, stay with that company? I'm telling you, in the last week, I conducted one women leadership program in one of the companies. And average year of retention was there for 10 years in 22 employees. 10 years they were with same company, and majorly because of the benefits. And they said this work from home and all we gave before COVID also. Doesn't matter. Just last week, I was talking to one of the CHROs of 3Pillar. I had one-on-one meeting with him. When I went to his office was completely empty. They said, last 2 years back, we have taken up the call that we all will work from home because that helps some people, that saves company costs. And now, earlier we used to always look for a people who were in Delhi NCR. A person from Gurgaon never used to come to Noida. Getting my point? But within the city also, this is the problem. No matter how great resource we have, we are making compromises on resources We just give work from home and our attrition has gone down. This is the strategic aspect of it. So what is the biggest message which you get it from this activity? Please put it in the chat box. What is one big lesson which you have got in this activity? Please let me know in the chat box, please. Yes, have evolved and it will keep on evolving. Now you also have dual income families. Understand? Earlier it was not there. Now husband and wife works together. Even though you give promotion and transfer to someone, they will leave the job because they will say, okay, you are giving me 30% hike. What about 1 lakh salary what my wife is earning? I don't want to leave that. Okay. So just see how things are changing. It is benefit matters more than compensation. Compensation is not about money. I think Gayatri, you have read my next slide here. You have just read my presentation. Compensation attracts people and benefits retain and motivate people. Amazing that is. Saloni, benefits are more important to employees nowadays. That is what, because money has been taken care. As we said, hunger is not there. Food is there. Now I want to have that freedom. Okay. However, in earlier days, what was the priority? In earlier days, first of all, let me put it in a very simple way here, everyone. That is, I will tell this line first in Hindi and then change it in English for you. The life was simple. The life was, one chokri, one nokri, and life was over. That is one relationship and one relationship and one job. That was life. Now even chokri is not one. Now relationships are also not one. And hence the jobs are also not one. Yes or no? They're saying they're not committed to their wife and husband. How will you expect them to company? It is not possible. But my boss used to say, "वो खुद के बाप का नहीं सुनता, तुम्हारा क्यों सुनेगा?" In English, he doesn't listen to his father. Why will he listen to you? That is the generation which we are now handling. Okay. Now, is it right or wrong? We are not getting into this. Okay. I'm just telling you, earlier days, one job, one factory job, one relationship, one everything was sufficient. Now, for example, earlier job security was very important, right? Wages and benefits were very important. Whether we like it, PF and gratuity was very important. A 5 saal ek company and gratuity, I mean, sometimes people think about it, right? Then annual base salary was important, like annual increase used to happen. Now what is happening? We don't wait for the annual salaries, right? The moment person gives a resignation, sometimes the hike can take place. On the spot benefits can be given. On the spot promotions can be given. Now it is not yearly, right? Earlier it was administrative focus, transactional focus. Now it is competitive advantage. If IBM is giving this, what is KPMG is giving? If TCS is giving this, then what Wipro is giving? How it is different? I hope I'm making sense to all of you. Earlier international focus, to bhul hi jao. We had no international focus. But now Indian companies are competing with foreign companies. And imagine they have to give, we never had all Saturdays off, boss. Even in our school, Saturdays were working, half day working, but schools were working. Now, oh my God, all Saturdays working. I'm not joining.
Ma'am, I would like to share one incident, a video that I had seen, which is in line with what we're discussing. So there were two HRs and one HR asked the other HR that how do you retain like Gen Zs and millennials? So that's when the other HR person said that earlier when our grandparents started working, that's when they were working for money because they wanted money. That was during the industrialization and when, factories were opening up. Then came our fathers, so their children. that is my mom, dad. So they started working for standard of living. They already had their money. The parents had the money. So our mom, dads were working for improving their standard of living. Now it's us. We are working. We have the money. We have the standard of living. Now what do we want? We want benefits. We want the extra perks that, companies give. And that is what will retain us, like the Gen Zs and the millennials.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for contributing. Wonderful, wonderful thing, right? So that is the generation we are dealing with, and very important here it is, either we keep on crying and saying, what is this? They don't value, madam. I said, no, they are like this. We have to deal with it now. Okay. And, I have a simple answer for all of them. How about our children? Are we able to change them? Like, for example, my son is 18 years old and he said, I don't want to have a house. I just want one room, internet connection, and food to live. Are you getting my point? Why? Because you had EMI bhari zindagi. I don't want that. So we are going to talk about it, that earlier roti kapda makan was the need. Was that wrong? No. But now your generation has taken care. Parents have taken care. So now we want some other things, and we are going to see that. Isn't it wonderful to see? Now, how we are going to do it, that we will see. International compensations have come into the picture. We have to be with MNCs. And you will see, most of the time, these Indian companies and non-IT companies suffer because everyone wants to join Google. Everyone wants to join a company. Jahan pe, I should get internet facility. My office desk should be given by company. The chair should be given by company. तुम एहसान कर रहे हो क्या कंपनी के ऊपर काम करके? Are you giving a favor to the company when you're working from home? But these expectations have gone up because please understand, every company is not Google. Every company is not like TCS and Wipro. They have so much money. Startups are not able to survive because so many things we need to provide as a benefit. Ooh, and that's how it is. Okay. Now, that is why we are saying here, and you get the biggest lesson, I think, in this first hour. It's all about not always money, right? It is all about compensation, benefits, and culture which you give. And hence now in companies, culture, having non-political or no politics or no stress, or, dealing with a dignified way with the employees have come into the picture. Because in the market, there is a lot of demand also. If you see, I always say one thing, getting a job is not difficult. Getting a career is difficult. Right? Lalita has joined today, had a fight with manager, she leaves the organization. But whether will she get the same career next? I've seen people who have worked for maybe 1.5 years, very nicely, freshers joined, had some problems, left. In one fight, nowadays the generation is love at first sight and divorce at first fight. Right? So it is applicable in companies also. So first fight, oh my gosh, she has a challenge. And then they leave. And I'm seeing them struggling like anything, where they were due for the next level promotions. Why did you leave? It was just a matter of 2-3 months and then you would have got it. But now, after leaving from here, within 6 months, 2 companies have changed. Nahi mil raha hai. I'm sorry, I'm very blunt. Sex, you can get it every night. Love, how much you will get, that is the thing which is very important. Jobs you will get every day. Whether you will get career or not, that you have to think about. Am I making sense to all of you? Yes. And hence, be there. Doesn't, whatever you say, we do not see industry changing very soon in India or anywhere. So if you look at it, these things have become very, very important. What is it? Not about money. Now people say if you throw $1, you get monkeys. do you want monkeys? Give them benefits, give them culture, see what are their aspirations, match with their goals, and hire a person, not the employee. Like a personality is very important, right? Work on employee experience. Their wow factors are very important. And hence your, whether the probation is becoming permanent, your birthdays, anniversaries, your achievements are very important, my dear HR professionals. Don't make compromise. I've seen so many times, sometimes I was ill, sometimes I was in training session, sometimes I was 80 kilometers away from my company, but still I come back if it is a birthday. I come back if it is an anniversary. I make sure that I write a personal message call. It is very important. Work on culture. Right from day one, how's the employee experience? Applicant getting maybe 3 times reschedule interview. No, it is not a right experience. My meeting is with new joinee and I'm rescheduling or something else has come. No. Employees are important. If you are given time, be there on time. I always say that, HR get tested in 2 situations, when employees are in pain and when employees are in pleasure. Pain, how are you with them? Pleasure, when they're happy, how are you celebrating their pleasure? That is employee experience. I hope I'm making a lot of sense. So total compensation is always is equal to fixed pay, variable pay, and benefits. Fixed pay will always attract the talent in your company. Variable pay will motivate people, and benefits will retain people. Okay. Now on that note, let's have a, would you like to have a break for 5 minutes and 7 minutes and come back? Will that be fine with all of you? Right? Because after that, we are going to see a lot of how you can motivate people. And the third aspect is how you design your salary structure. Would you like to take a break? Show me a thumbs up. Yes, excellent. Then let's take 7 minutes break and come back. Is that okay? Great. Thank you. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Are you here? Let me know. Lalita, did you take a break or you were sitting here only 7 minutes checking social media?
Yeah? No, I took the break.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Come back, everyone. So now let's move to 3 different compensations. First of all, as a HR, we need to work as far as the structure is concerned. What are the 3 components we should have? So the components are, if you look at it, there are 3 levels of compensation. One is very important, is a transactional level. What we get paid for, and very important, it is like transactional compensation primarily awarded the world outside, service. For example, Shinu joins our company and, maybe she gets 25K or 30K or 35K, maybe 70K, we don't know. But that is a transactional base salary. Okay. Looking at the industry, looking at what is my company's capacity, right? So, which is generally fixed. We are also going to see more on structural part of it. But you don't have to use much brain on this. Getting my point? But now, for example, Shinu joins, maybe say 45K. Shinu is expected to deliver, say, business of 3 lakhs rupees. Right? So that is expected. Shinu is expected to deliver 3 lakhs rupees business every month. Am I making sense? If she doesn't deliver of 3 lakhs rupees, will that salary get impacted? No. But our objective is to get highest out of people's potential. So what we do, we have a contribution based pay. Why are we thinking negative that if she doesn't perform? But we are thinking, what if Shinu goes beyond 3 lakhs rupees. What will she get? Right? And that is called contribution-based pay. Okay? That means when the employees start adding value, they should get compensated accordingly. Okay? And the third is fulfillment compensation. Now, what is fulfillment compensation? You know, honestly speaking, nobody will tell you. I think I've seen one psychologist also in this forum, and this is called very intrinsic. Are you getting my point? Intrinsic. That means what? How am I feeling with this company? For example, what kind of belongingness is there? Do I feel that people value me in this company? Do you think I'm an important part of this company? Are you getting my point? And it takes little time. Understand, it takes little time. It is not possible in 3 months. Okay? Because see, it's like, as I said, it's like a relationship. Relationship always get tested in the bad times. Because in happy moments, everyone is there. Right? And ultimately, what is happening in the industry nowadays, that, you know, all these birthdays, anniversaries, when everyone gets it, there is no special for me. Am I making sense? So what is it new I'm getting here? It becomes the entitlement. Hak banne laga hai wo. But when it is a right, then there is a problem. What is new you are giving? But now, if we want to create that space, that what is in it for me, how I am special to this company, how I am important in this company, this is my company, then this is called fulfillment compensation. Are you getting my point? And this is where the complete trust, belief, belongingness gets developed here. Fulfillment. So, as a HR, when you are designing the salaries, it is very important. When you are designing salaries on the basis of transaction, what is it we need to keep it in mind? First of all, what is the industry standard? Like you are hiring freshers, generally, what is the salary it is given? Sometimes it is okay, whatever can be the industry standard, but very important is your pocket. What is my capacity to give? Like, for example, company in IT working, may not be able to give what TCS and Wipro is giving, right? Because they are having so many 40,000 employees. I have 40 employees, right? So I may not be able to follow the industry standard, but I need to follow my pocket. And it is very transaction based. But when it is moved out of, it is very important for all of us to understand what is the minimum. Please understand this point, very important. Once you appoint a person, what is the minimum expectation out of it? So for example, if I'm paying someone 45 or 50K, what are my expectation is the person should give me 3 lakhs, right? So now, if the person goes beyond 3 lakhs, so for example, 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs or 4 lakhs. If person performs, right? How much person should make money? For example, it can be 3% of the business, right? And which will start from zero amount. It should not happen that acha 3 lakh to karna hi tha. Okay, so I was supposed to do 3 lakhs. Now above 4 lakhs, I will start getting it. No, it should start from the scratch. Suppose person moves from, for example, 4 to 5 lakhs, right? Then, for example, you start getting 8% of the business. Are you getting my point?
Ma'am, can you please explain this again?
What is it that you have not understood?
The from minimum 50K to 3 lakhs and
Wait,
what?
I'm just giving you the example. This will change company to company, business to business, job to job. Okay. So very important, as we learned in performance management also, it should be quantifiable goals. If the goals are quantifiable, then only you will be able to give the incentives to people. Are you getting my point?
Yes, yeah.
Right? And the incentive should be that, for example, if I do 3 to 4 lakhs, then I get 3 lakhs, 3% of the business. But if I go, for example, one person has come to 3 lakhs 90,000 or 50,000, the person should be excited to cross that 4 to 5 lakhs because this is the exciting amount. अगर मैं इसको 3.5 कर दूं, for example, if I give 3.5, will you be interested in doing that? No, right? So it's very important. How are you motivating people to perform more? Right? So if person is doing maybe 6 lakhs and above, what will be your maybe 12% it is coming. So, it is very important for all of us to understand that most of the time what happens in many companies, you get increments on the basis of tenure. Tenure means what? How long Shinu is working with me. So Shinu is experienced. When she joined, she is experienced. She got 45K, her salary, right? Now Shinu is working with us from last 7 years. So her salary will keep on increasing, right? However, if there is a fresher, you should not stop that person to get if that person performs more. Are you getting my point? So the performance pay should be always there, and that should be same for Shinu as well as for maybe, other person. So this is called how much I can earn more out of or other than my salary. This always motivates people. And let me tell you one thing. In my experience, I have seen this. 20% of your employees will take that incentive. See, understand. Again, I will put it in other words. There is a 80:20 ratio when you work with employees. 20% employees are generally motivated and they will get it 100%. Are you with me? उनके लिए वो आसान होता है. For them, it is very easy to do also. Yes, because they are motivated, they will do it, they know it. But now as a HR or as a incentive management, it is very important for us. How can we get 20% more there? So keep achievable. Okay, keep achievable. It's not like that, okay, Faraz so smart, he will make 4 lakhs easily. It is not for Faraz. Faraz, let him earn. But the people who are below 3 lakhs should aspire to go for 4 lakhs. Am I making sense to everyone? And if I get 10% also extra from this remaining people, I'm still able to achieve my company's performance. So you do not have to keep higher targets. My manager always used to say, make more qualifiers. Because if they qualify, they're more happy, they will stay back, right? And we want them to earn money. Let them make money, create winners. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Recently we realized wonderful thing. Earlier, our PIP, that is every person needs to give, say, for example, 60,000 business. Okay. If you are below 60, then you will get into the 1 flag mode. That is a PIP mode. Okay. And we run every 6 months, there is a contest which happens, which everyone needs to pass the gate. So that contest is everyone needs to contribute 1 lakh, 100% every month. Above that, it's a different thing. But 1 lakh of business, everyone must do. Now, what was happening? Many survivors were there on 60,000 all the time. They were in 70, 65. So PIP bhi nahi lag raha hai. Are you getting my point? But they're also not trying hard to get more. So now, since our mid-review and every year, mid-year is over, we made our targets PIP till 90,000. Okay. So now, suddenly, all those 65, 70,000 people have crossed 90,000. Because now there is a flag. Okay. And you know what? Best thing happened. We did not change that 1 lakh wala thing for the competition qualifier. And 90% people got qualified. Isn't it wonderful to happen? Because 90,000 ka business hamari company mein ho hi nahi sakta. Because the fees are accordingly. Are you getting my point? So everyone crossed 1 lakh. Imagine everyone now, today is 30th, tomorrow is 31st, month end is there, right? Just imagine they are all qualified and they're so happy because we have promised them if 70% of the people qualifies for next 6 months, all people will go outside India for a trip. Are you getting my point? Yes. Makes a difference to everyone. Yes. And we want people to stay. People should perform. And now imagine the person who is in the 5th month and the 4th month will not leave. Why will not leave? I'm qualifying. I will be getting foreign trip. Will it work as a retention strategy? Please let me know, everyone. Yes or no? Getting my point here? So you have to design in a such a way that people feel motivated, people will feel retained. But now, for example, for us, apply in my company and says, I will say, oh, I will send it to foreign company. They will say, don't tell me this. You tell me what is in hand. I hope I'm making a lot of sense to all of you. So you have to work like that more and more qualifiers will be there. More and more people get incentive out of it because 20% already they will get it. Don't think those 20% will achieve it very soon. Let it be. They will achieve it. Incentive is not for them. Because even though there is no scheme, they will still do it because they are self-motivated. But from the remaining 80%, you have to make sure 20 to 10% should be there. That is the game. Yes or no? Right? And when you have such kind of incentive schemes coming up every year and every month, then again it becomes a retention strategy. Now, please listen to me very carefully. Even though they do a business, in these 6 months, the fees clearance and everything will take time. Okay. So now, for example, even that they qualify in the month of December, they actually go on the trip in the month of next June or July. So आपने देख लिया कि आराम से 1 year the retention strategy is made. Are we fooling? No. Are we giving? Yes. Is it working for them and us? Yes. So once you have 6 months plan, you have a retention of 1 year plan. And if you create winners, so generally the retention happens, voluntary resignations will not come. Any question you have? Are you finding it interesting or not? Please let me know.
Yeah, ma'am, it's very interesting to know.
Freshers, am I able to connect with you?
Yeah, ma'am, interesting.
Yes. So understand, this is how it should be. Attract with the basic salary. And if they're very high qualifier, it's okay. Like if your starting salary is 35K and they are expecting 45 and 50, it's okay. They're not your talent. You will get your talent. Right? You will get your talent. It's perfectly all right because you are, along with that, you're giving culture. Along with that, you're giving growth. Along with that, you are giving a lot of things to your people. Okay? Now, understand. So you have performers, you have everything. Now you have to work on intrinsic. क्या होगा मैं बताती हूँ. There are many companies who are giving you culture and money, everything you are getting. But they make you work till 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. There is no job security. They will use dirty languages, abusive language to their employees. Happens or not? And many times people say, "Arey, I'm here for package. I'm here." They pay you so high that you will not even leave that company. But culture is worst. Okay. Hence, now we have to work on what is a thing called fulfillment company. Okay. So please understand, there are two kinds which we always talk about. Different kinds of rewards we give to people. And reward is not always a trophy, not always a certificate. Okay. But there are a lot of things. Like, for example, things like sense of pride, personal fulfillment, power, importance, gaining new skills, feeling like a part of my team, belongingness. Like, for example, recently, we always had teams, and teams' names were also there. However, teams' names were not coming out very well. So how the branding will happen, right? Because belongingness is like, hey, I'm from Panthers, I'm from Simba, I'm from Incredibles. That belongingness is very important. So what we did, that every person, whenever congratulate, if Faraz is a Panthers team, we are going to say, congratulations to Panther Faraz. We will never say only Faraz. We will never say only Priyanka. Making sense to everyone? Right? There are team names. So there is a team called Simba. So Abhijit is from Simba. I will say, congratulations, Simba Abhijit. Because that is where it creates the team spirit. So they came up with their logos, they came up with their own stickers, gifts they have created. And now there is a lot of things like my team should win. With the healthy competition, right? I'm telling you, many people find it very, very simple thing. Kya sikha rahe hain? Team, name teams. There is a power in it. There is a power in it. Immediate cohesiveness goes up. Immediate, lot of things happens there, right? So part of the team is very important. And now, extrinsic rewards are like rewards are given which are more on financial things. Okay. More on finance. But now what is it that we have realized? We have realized that this generation needs more intrinsic rewards than extrinsic. Yes. So now what we are going to do here is, you all will take your own time. Okay. I will give you 5 minutes time. Okay. Make the list of the intrinsic rewards. Now question, the star mark here, very important, is that reward should not have money attached. That reward should not have money attached. Everyone is clear on this? Okay. So think about it. And if you are taking a session on laptop, open the Word simultaneously, make the bullet points. And I'm keeping 5 minutes exactly the timer here. Okay. Once 5 minutes gets over, I will tell you, then you can put it in the chat box. Okay. So here we go. And I give you 5 minutes and the timer starts. I will keep my video off, everything, so you can do your own work. Okay. So in progress. If you're done, please put it in the chat box. So Lalita, it's not good behavior rewards, but it has to be what reward? Extra paid leaves, it has got a cost attached. We said there should not be cost attached. Okay. So team outing, team party, recognitions and certificate, awards, some gadgets. So I hope you're getting my point. Amit, there are a lot of things are money attached to it. Okay. So we have to work on where there is no money attached. Think about it. So Neha is saying mental and emotional well-being, cultivating positive relationship, increase in self-belief, meaningfulness, and sense of individuality. Now here there is nothing, you know. So Neha, I will suggest to you, if you really want to work in this area, how one can develop self-belief, you know, how one can create that purpose in the work. That should be the area of study for you. Getting my point? So that is very important. Now, liberty, absolutely. Decision making. I think Surbhi has given a wonderful point here. Decision making. Believe me, if someone asks you to make a decision, that is the best way one can empower people. And you know, leaders make 90% decisions which their team can take.
Trust me, I've added this out of my experience because not that I've been working for a lot of time in this organization, it's just 1.5 years. But my managers have always brought me up. Basically, they give me the liberty, like as soon as any junior is joining, they are giving me the authority to, you know, maybe take care of them. Not like I don't have it on papers, but I'm learning, and that empowers me in a way that, you know, I can help others and I have some decision making to myself. I can follow my working style, as well as like they give now what they are adding to my profile. Even though I'm not the team leader, I have to evaluate performance of my juniors.
So wonderful. Are you getting my point here, everyone? You know, I simply say to many people, I train so many leaders, that if one team member comes to you and say, what should we do, Neha? Can I send this email? Just reply saying, what do you think? And she will say, or he will think, really? She's asking me. It helps them to evaluate the actions. And when they evaluate the action, they take ownership of those actions. For example, Neha says, I think don't send. The complete responsibility of simple decision is on Neha. But whereas if the employee has to do, make them take decisions. You decide. You decide. You decide. Simple. Food, what we are going to organize, that also people come and ask us, do we really need to make those decisions in the company? Yes. So I think Surbhi has made a wonderful point. It doesn't need budget. It needs a mindset. Yes. Making the team a part of discussion. Wonderful. Very important here. The point is, every discussion is, you know, you are calling, not every time, but suppose if I say, Abhijit is in my team and I say, you know, Abhijit, I need to talk to you, please come. Abhijit comes and says, you know, I'm a little confused on this. What do you think, what we should do? Just take some ideas. How it used to happen in your earlier companies. You come from a competition, you must be having that experience. We rarely sees this. लेकिन मैंने अभिजीत का दिल बहुत टाइम तक के लिए जीत लिया है इसमें. And be genuine about it. I always say, be genuine about it. Don't do it for show off. Right? Very important. Best performance certificates, coupons. Coupons for shopping, again, it's a money. Movie treat is a money. Understand? Are you getting my point? I hope you are getting my point now. When I'm saying extrinsic, when the money is attached. And everyone gets. But intrinsic is more fulfillment, right? Sending emails, absolutely good. For a great work, send an email, no WhatsApp message, my dear HR professionals. No WhatsApp message. If someone has done a fantastic thing, I think it is very important for all of us, because if something goes wrong, we always send an email. But when something goes right, how many times we send emails? And everyone, if your manager is sending you emails, take a copy of it. Because once you leave, if the next company asks you, what was the feedback you received? How did you perform? You don't have anything to show it to them. Right? हमेशा बोलती हूँ मैं, like for example, my students also, oh, it's a great training. Give a review. Because when it comes to writing, people think twice. Am I making sense? So get it, and sending everyone with their photograph. Even Gayatri, I say to my team members sometimes, let's do this, and I will have a selfie with you. My DP will be with you. And that works. I hope everyone knows how much Saroj Khan ki CT used to make a difference. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? That is intrinsic. That is special. Spend a lot of one-on-one time with them. I think time is the best thing which we can give it to them. Spend a lot of time with your employees. Make them feel special. Ask them what is happening in their personal life. I think last time also I gave you one word called flag, right? Flag. What is flag? Talk about family. Talk about their love. Love means love can be your personal, also about your passion. Talk about, as very important is appreciate them in that meeting and talk about their growth plan. Flag. Keep this in mind. If you follow this simple flag, you will have a great bonding with your employee. And I say, mean it, mean it, mean it. Okay. Feeling respect. I think respect is most important thing. Most of us forget how we are talking in front of everyone, right? Cafeterias, Wi-Fi, a lot of things are money related in this trips, monthly trips. No, nothing like that. Believe me, in my experience, I've seen that's one pizza and one drink. You know, by the time jiska nasha utar jata hai, utna hi apna bhi nasha utar jata hai. I'm telling you, this never works. It can be simple. It can be little happy moment for some time, right? But if you want long lasting impact, have those heart-to-heart talks. That makes a lot of difference. Sunita, getting trust from managers, isme action nahi hai. I'm missing action in this. How? Because understand, till the time as a HR you don't talk about how, it will be very tough, right? Loyalty discounts. So loyalty discount is a long-term extrinsic. That is called LTA. Long-term plan which you get, right? So that is like gratuity is one what government will give. However, you know, we have certain plans. If one employee stays with us for 5 years, the person may cash out with equivalent to 1 year salary. So the person who is in 3rd year and 4th year will 100% stay back for that month. Making sense to everyone? So that is long term, but that is extrinsic. That is again extrinsic. Of course, there are certain reviews and all also attached to that, that how per year rating, what is it yours? If the 100%, all per year ratings are 100%, you get 100% pay. If it is 4 rating, then what will be that? If it was 3 rating, then what will be that, right? So performance is also attached with that. Am I making sense to everyone? Shrima, Neha, yeah, great. So now enjoying at work, I think that is a really great thing to happen. And that's why that is where Fun Fridays and all these things comes into the picture. But always understand, when it is for everyone, it doesn't make special. When it is for person, it makes special. Okay, so you have to make very personalized things when you do it. Intrinsic. Certificate of excellence, half yearly, absolutely. Emails, gathering members, yes. Increasing, oh my God, I think Vartika has given a wonderful point. Increase the responsibility. I think Surbi made this point very clear today, just now, right? That she said, no one is reporting to me on paper, but I take care of them. That makes me feel good. So, you know, you feel that there are employees like, you know, if I give more responsibility, they will ask for some work, some more money. Never happens. These good employees always feel good when they get little more responsibility. I still recall when there was meeting going on, and, you know, one manager used to say, Acha, who will do this? So, Aparna, will you take care? Yes, sir. I think you are good with it. Aparna, will you take care of it? Yes, sir. So someone came and, you know, gave me that Tana, you know, taunting. What was that? we are not there in the company, na? It's only you. And I said, nothing like that. Look at it, how much work he has given to me, right? But internally, I was very happy. I was very happy. You become a pillar in that company. Am I right or wrong? It's okay. So understand your inner feelings. Increase the responsibility, thank people, recognize and value and flexibility. Vartika has given all 5 points without budget, only mindset. Huh? Very good. Authority. So I hope everyone, I won't be able to take all the pointers here, but I hope everyone has realized what is intrinsic reward and what is extrinsic reward, right? Your PF, gratuity, leave, amount and the salary paid for non-working days, insurance. Like today, one of my employees in hospital, she was so happy that she got that insurance. She did not have to worry about her, her finances. She's all alone right now. Are you getting my point, everyone? Right? So compensation is also this, because that is employee experience. How many of you did think about that the compensation is also this? Yes? Everyone, are you with me? Great. Now what we are going to do here is, so we have CC, and whenever we conduct training sessions for all of you, we always believe in one thing, that we will give you what you need it immediately. I don't want to give you what Microsoft is doing and what Google is doing. Abhi zarurat nahi hai, right? So very important here, what is it that top 3 messages I'm trying to give. One message I have given to all of you, compensation is not only about money. Next generation is changing and they are more on benefits. Salaries attract the talent, benefits retains the people, and incentives and rewards motivate them to perform. Everyone is clear on this now? So these are the top 3 messages which we have got. Now we are going to look at the structure. So structure, once we start, we will not be able to stop. So even though it is little early, let's take 7 minutes break and then come back. Is that fine with everyone? Yes, because once I start working on structure, then it will be very tough for us to break. Before going on the break, I want to tell you something. Tomorrow you have a YTP certification program happening, right? That is Young Trainers Program, which will give you a lot of understanding about learning and development and training and development as a part of HR. So it is very important for all of you to attend it, because you will get an e-certificate once you actively participate, because the attendance will be also taken in between. Another thing is this, try to take the session only through laptop, because there are certain activities we will be doing on Excel and all tomorrow. Okay, so you may need to share it in the group. So try to have it from your laptop. That will be convenient for you. If you don't have, it is okay. You have, it will be great. Okay, so it's very important for you from 2 to 5, and it is going to be completely in doing mode. You will be doing a lot of hands-on tomorrow. So a lot of interaction will happen in the group. Like Surbhi gave me one just now, the insight that when you go in breakout rooms, you don't speak. Sometimes it is silent. It will not happen tomorrow like that, because you will have to speak. Tomorrow I will speak 10%, you will speak 90%. Almost it is going to be like this. Okay. So tomorrow, make sure your videos are on, you are wearing a presentable attire, your mics are good, and you are away from your family disturbance. Is that fine with everyone? Tomorrow's recording you will not get. You will get a fundamental slides in your drive. Is everyone fine with me on this? Right? So let's take a 7 minutes break and come back. Thank you so much. Last one leg to go, but very important thing, right? So nice to see you, Surabhi. Yes. So we have seen now, of course, we started with the compensation, how it works on attract, retain, motivate. Then we have seen, very important 3 levels of compensations, which we need to focus on. And especially when we are managing now the next generation, which is coming up, right? Also, we worked on the reward strategies. Financial to hum kar hi sakte hain, and everyone, because finance we can give. It is possible. However, how the engagement is done, I think I was also reading Faraz's comment. It has also come out very well how we can avoid micromanagement. That itself is very important. However, before we begin, I would like to also say that in performance management, we have seen that micromanagement is not always bad. For someone it works. Let me tell you, I want people to work with people who require self, who may not require my supervision, because it takes a lot of my time, right? Also, we want intelligent people to work, isn't it? However, there are few employees I will come across, and I have come across in my career. I had to do micromanagement, and they don't understand it's a micromanagement though. Sometimes they feel this is the best way. Madam, aise kaam karenge. Isme maza aa gaya. You make an Excel sheet, you give me things to do, you give me deadline, you give me that color, closed, open, process, whatever it is, make those Excel sheets, and they're fine with it. And then I will check my activity sheet maybe every day, and I give my comments, and they love it. However, for me, that is a micromanagement, right? Why do I need to write what are the things you are supposed to do? What is the deadline every time? But that is the way they like it, because they feel that gives me more clarity. Are you getting my point? And that's absolutely all right. If I'm able to manage, give a clarity to a lot of people in micromanagement way, then that is absolutely all right with me, because they need more supervision. They feel connected with bosses also, that if the continuous communication is happening, right? Whereas if I tell them that, okay, I'm giving you half an hour a day, maybe in the morning we will meet at 11:30 to 12, and whatever is your day's work, let me know. I will give you anything clarity you need. So they say, only half an hour. So जब मैं चाहती हूँ तब मैं ना मिलने आऊँ आपसे. No, but I work in this way, that whatever is this work, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with this one particular department, I'm done. Then I take another. If you keep on coming to me again and again, that doesn't work with me. I hope I'm giving little clarity on this, right? Yes, Faraz, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. So why I wrote that point was because I would like to share an incident my friend told me. He worked with a subsidiary company of L&T, right, as a cybersecurity specialist. He told that when he joined, they had a team of like 75 around people, right? And when he left around in a year or 1.5 years, and he himself left for that particular reason, and he told that there was a lot of micromanagement. Managers were, and he told that when he left, there were only 16 people remaining.
I can, oh my God, that is, I will say, that is bleeding, right? Amazing. Okay.
And after studying HR, I was like, where is the HR?
So every time for us, it is, and it is very important for all of us to know. I conducted few sessions for few companies very long back, HR for non-HRs. Every manager is a HR person. Because see, once you grow, you just cannot, as a HR, you cannot go there. And honestly speaking, I will not be able to understand what is the dynamics happening in the team, right? So ultimately, team members and team manager only will understand. And hence, it is very important for all the TLs, all the leadership level to know what is HR is. They don't know. And we take a lot of things for granted, that everyone knows this. Are you getting my point? And that's why we should have training sessions in the companies like, HR for non-HRs. Employee experience, no matter how much HR will work, but if manager is abusive, what we will do? I have seen the WhatsApp messages coming like, all F and B's words on WhatsApp about the person who has left. The new person entering in the WhatsApp group and saying, what is this? I'm leaving this company in 2 days. I said, did he abuse you? He said, no, but he will abuse me also. And what is my boss is doing? My boss is watching. And he's saying, no, we will take care of it. HR team will help you. First of all, work about your own people. Right? So it is deadline oriented. There is a lot of pressure, especially sales team deals with customers. They talk in a very raw language to the customers. I beg, if you don't want to talk, just tell them, I'm not interested, cut. You don't have to use any abusive word. Right? That pressure they give it to their operation teams is another thing, chaos, So we are passing the buck everywhere. So in that, leadership and managers plays a huge role. And suppose as a HR also for us, if I go and interfere in someone's team, they don't like. Why did you go to Aparna directly? Why you have not come to me? And why she did not say that you go and talk to your TL? But being a HR, I cannot say that because someone has approached me. Right? Once we say we don't want a hierarchical structure, and other time you say you follow the hierarchy, follow proper channels in the communication. So I was talking to one person who was working in the same company for 22 years. Okay, I asked her, what is one thing you would like to tell to, the new joinees in HR? But most of the time when there are complaints only, that is the only time HR gets into the picture. When the things are happy-dokey, no one will come and tell you. Okay. So maximum times it is more on complaints and grievances and shit. Sometimes, they feel and they come. I always used one trick to manage this. I listen to them and I say, can we discuss it tomorrow at 12 o'clock? I give them time. I never say I will get back to you. I say, can we discuss this tomorrow at 3 o'clock? I don't respond that time, nothing. And that helps me that my aggression should not come out. In the meanwhile, I also see the feedback, what has happened there, actually investigation. And most of the time, next day, 3 o'clock, the person is also more normal. Because that is the time when they speak, their mind is hijacked with anger. We can't just talk to them. So this trick has helped me a lot to survive in this HR. Think about it. If you can use it, nothing like it. People don't like sometimes, get back to you. People always like a deadline to be there. I will get back to you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Will that work? And then follow that. Make sense? So micromanagement, some employees will need, some employees may not like. And that's why we always say your situational leadership comes into the picture, not the standard leadership. Okay, great. So I would like to show you one video. Keep your pens and paper on for your notes so that, it will help you to understand. Is it audible? Please show me Survi thumbs up.
Does more money equal more happiness? The short answer, yes. Having money gives you the freedom to live comfortably. You can eat what you want, live where you want, have what you desire, go wherever, and spend time doing what you want to do without compromise. However, the relationship between money and happiness is not quite as simple as we've historically assumed. Research shows that money can drastically improve happiness for those who can't afford the basics, shelter and food. But once basic survival needs are fulfilled, money has less and less of an impact on happiness. A person who makes $50,000 per year is far more happy than someone who makes $5,000, but someone who makes $50 million per year isn't much more happy than the person that makes $50,000. In the last century, the American income has tripled, even factoring for inflation. We have bigger houses, more cars, and fancier toys, but surveys show that happiness has stayed the same. Let's examine Maslow's famous hierarchy of human needs. On the bottom, we see physiological needs, otherwise known as food, shelter, breathing, sex, and sleep. Above that, we have safety, love, esteem, and self-actualization. As we examine this hierarchy, we can see that the higher you go on the pyramid, the less effect money has on the need. This is the very reason why money has a diminishing return on happiness. At a certain point, you can't buy more. Bill Gates once said, "I understand wanting to have millions, but once you get beyond that, it's all the same hamburger." Psychologists have discovered that there are essentially two types of happiness, extrinsic and intrinsic. Extrinsic focuses on money and material wealth, image and status. Happiness derived from these external sources result in a short-lived dopamine spurt and a never-ending state of wanting more. Intrinsic happiness, on the other hand, is derived from following a passion, personal growth, making the world a better place, or loving relationships with family and friends. Intrinsic happiness generates a long-lasting joy from within and is a feeling that money simply cannot buy. For more interesting videos like this one,
What is it? How many of you knows about Maslow hierarchy theory? Great, Neha, I can see Firaz, okay. And we will see now how.
Class 11th, 12th commerce.
Yeah, 11th, 12th. However, you might be knowing the conceptually, now you will also see little practically. So what's your takeaway from this particular video? Thank you, Shikha. Yes. I will suggest all the HR professionals here, little bit psychology you all must know. Keep reading about the psychology, okay? You don't even need a degree to do it, honestly speaking, but your OB book always keep nearer to you. That is organizational behavior. There is a wonderful book of organizational behavior, which you might have used it in your 11th, 12th, or even in your MBA first semester. Very important, basic thing, but very important. That time you learned concept, but now you will learn the practical aspect of it. Okay, so now the thing is this, the more you will earn money, it has got a diminishing relationship with this happiness. Like, for example, those who are in the job for a long time, I'm sure you all recall the time when you got your first offer letter and when there was an amount coming in, right? Okay, this is the salary, the kind of happiness which you had that time, but after 5 years, if you're getting something, little more salary also, they're saying, okay, I'm looking for more, but this is also not that bad. Sometimes that happens. Yes or no? Yes, everyone, because it has got a diminishing factor, because that time what made it happy to you will not make now happy. Right? The way we say that every relationship has got a different needs, right? Now, once your relationship gets matured, you need a different needs. In the similar way, when it comes to HR, when it comes to employees, when it comes to salaries, similar thing happens, right, Mandakini? Relationship between money and happiness. Yes. However, we want people to be happy, isn't it? So now let's have a look at this particular thing. If you all recall from your maybe 11, 12 standard, or if you're not from that background, perfectly all right. Let me also tell you certain things. Like there is a typical organization structure, right? For example, there is line workers, supervisors, middle management, top management, and CEO, right? So this is typical triangle of organizational structure. You go in any department, finance, marketing, HR, production, facilities, any department, you will get to see this kind of a structure, right? Now let's look at the Maslow theory structure. It is also in the triangle shape, and it talks about first physiological need, safety, love, belongingness, esteem, and self-actualization. What this theory talks about is, I think I should make a video on this particular one thing, especially for our own students. That is, people will always have a physiological need. You know, when person is hungry, the person doesn't want love. Love cannot satisfy your hunger. Are you getting my point? So we always say the person must have first food, clothing, shelter, right? Once person gets that, then person and the human beings need the safety. Once the safety needs get fulfilled, then person wants love and belongingness. Your parents must have said, suppose if you talk about your relationship at home, they say, "Ha, khana mil raha hai na?" Khana mil raha hai. So that's why now you want love and all these things, right? You go out, you know, my father always used to say, what? You go out, दाल चावल के भाव पता चल जाएंगे तो प्यार भूल जाएगा. Right? Why? Because we all have everything, and now we want that love and belongingness because you feel that is required in life. Once love, belonging is done, then you want esteem. Big car, big house, right? Or maybe business class flight, branded clothes. And maybe once you do that, then people say you have become old, and they say, "Arey, we don't need all this. You need a peace of mind." That is new happiness, new richness, mental peace. Now understand, people who are already in this, problem is this, the new joinees want directly this. Freedom. Are you with me? And the person may be coming from another family background, and another thing, wants this, roti kapda makan. The another person wants safety, security, because he has come from the company where the payment was not done on time. I'm able to relate everyone. अरे सैलरी कम आएगी तो चलेगा, टाइम पे आनी चाहिए. Right? That is also basic need nowadays, right? Because there are companies where we have survived, where we used to calculate, it's a Feb or March, which salary has come. And that work is a very great retention strategy for them, because 3 months की salary आनी है. So, you know, that is something which is pending. So safety. So now how does compensation work? Isn't it a wonderful thing to now know about it? Let's take it forward and see why are we discussing all this in the compensation. So for example, if you look at it, this is our complete structure of management, employees. And if you look at it, this is what exactly you will get to see. Line managers and line workers, entry-level champions, look for air, water, food, clothing, shelter. Their problems are, hey, I want PG. I want good clothes. I want, if I get canteen facilities, nothing like it. Yes or no? Because they calculate their salaries, they deduct their monthly expenses, and they calculate that, because that is their life. Now, when we go on little higher level, they say, okay, I have everything, but I want security. I want employment security. Jobs should be secured enough. Middle level, they want sense of belongingness, connection, family, power, status, recognition, freedom. And here they want complete freedom. I don't want to be anyone's boss. I want to be my own boss. Okay. I know you may also have some emotions and thoughts coming in your mind that, Madam, I want freedom now. And now you can see how this triangle gets upside down. Okay. Let's have a look at another thing. Now, again, I'm not talking about that 0.11% companies. I'm talking about law of average here. There will be always some outliers. There are always outliers. There will be always some exceptions what I'm talking to. But I'm talking about average Indian companies and even MNCs for that matter. Okay. What is the industry? So age group, for example, in the line managers, can you see around 22 to 25, the person graduating coming out and join as a fresher? Please let me know. Making sense, Neha, Rajan, right? Around 20 to 25 is age group.
Yes.
Right? Supervisor level 26 to 30, 31 to 36, and 37 to 45, and 45 and above. Again and again, I'm saying, I'm not talking about the companies where 17 years old become CEO. Nahi bol rahe. We are talking average company, which is, this is relevant currently. Now, if you look at it, how companies work, okay? Companies come up with their grades. Grades mean what? For example, we will see that. Let's have a look at the experience. So for example, the person who is from 22 to 25 line workers generally has 0 to 5 years of experience. Are we on the same page? Yes, right? Now, when we go to 26 to 30 age group, 6 to 10 years of experience. Then when we go ahead, 10 to 15 years of experience, 16 to 21 years of experience, and 21 and above. Is everyone with me? Yes? Now, let's have a look at the grades. So companies come up with grades. What are the grades? People who have got 21 years of experience and above will be in A grade. Then 16 to 21 years of experience will be in grade B. People who have got 10 to 15 years of experience will be in grade C. 6 to 10 years experience, grade D, and 0 to 5 years experience in grade E. Is everyone clear on this? Yes? Very simple. This is called grading. We are also going to see broadbands. Okay, just remain with me. This slide is very important. We are going to work only on this slide now. Now, what happens? They also come up with A1, A2, A3, subgrading. Okay, because for example, if the person is in between, for example, the person who has got, let me give you B example that will be more relevant to you. B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3, D1, D2, D3, and E1, E2, E3. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's focus on grade C. Do you think the person who has got 14 years of experience should be paid as per the person who has got 10 years of experience? No. So what do? They have a grading system like C, D, E, but they also have subsystem, subgrading. What do I mean by that? Let's focus on C. That means the people who are in 10 to 11 years of experience will be in C1. 11 to say 12.5 years of experience will be, or 13 years of experience in C2. And 13 to 15 years of experience will be in C3. Is everyone clear on this? So this structure is always ready in advance with the company. Now, suppose Saloni joins a startup company, you will have to develop this structure there, right? But this is how the structure is, because see, the person works hard, performs better, incentive structure is different. But now we are talking about the basic salary structure, right? So they are saying this is how it is. 0 to 5 years experience will be in E, but in E1, almost 0 to 1 year of experience will be in E1, 2 to 4 years of experience will be in the E2, and 4 to 5 years of experience in E3. Right? So this is how it is, because for company, kitna bhi bolo, 0 to 1 year experience is equivalent. They don't care whether you have 1 year of experience, doesn't matter. Substantially, if you have 2 to 3 years of experience, it makes a huge difference. So D1, D2, D3, this is how it. So everyone is with me till here. Show me your thumbs up so that I get to know. Great. So I can see Rajan, Faraz, Saloni. Right. Thank you. Now what happens? Let's develop now the salary. And here I will need your contribution. Okay. Suppose you are working in a software company. Okay. Where the company is growing really well. Growth is quite good. Currently, say, for example, there are 200 people are working. Fine. And the structured salary will be for everyone, because you cannot say the person who has got in marketing 5 years of experience salary, of course, should be equivalent to person working in finance or HR or anywhere. Are you getting my point? You cannot say HR salary should be less and finance salary should be more, or sales wale ki salary is zyada. No. Your variable pay, that is your performance driven pay, will change. And sales will certainly have huge scope in that. But the basic salary should remain same. Right? So now, for example, what should be the salaries? So what should be the highest salary? What should CEOs get? So you can take, so now this is what I'm giving you the exposure everyone to. This is called, either you take bottom-up approach or you take top-to-bottom approach. Sunita, are you with me? That means either you decide CEO salary first or you decide line worker salary first. If you decide line worker salary first, then that is bottom-up approach. If you decide CEO salary first, then it is top-to-bottom approach. Suppose if you consider bottom-up approach, what should be the basic salary of people who are into grade E? Give me any number, and there should be range. That means the person who is joining on E1, what should be the salary? And the person who is on E3, what should be the salary?
I guess first we need to check wages of state-wise, minimum wages.
Let me tell you, who is this? Who is speaking?
Priyanka.
Priyanka, nobody follows minimum wages act. Minimum wages says 80 rupees per day. Okay. Getting my point now?
Yes.
You are talking about IT. IT always believe in giving little more. They are more proactive. They handle US clients and foreign companies more. Getting my point?
Yes, yes.
Your maternity leave, when you were saying 3 months and you were struggling, they were already giving 8 months that time and 6 months. So उनको act से कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. They are very proactive always in giving benefits and giving these salary packages. Right? So now are you in the fix right now? Are you getting my point? अब कैसे salary करोगे? So this is what I want you to get exposure to. So please tell me if you're working in IT, or we have people who are from, from grade E right now. For us, seems to be from grade E. What will be your minimum salary expectation if you were joining the company? Per month. Let's not get into LP and all these things. Per month in hand, how much will be your expectation?
20 to 25K it should be.
20 to 25K? Yes.
Like basic salary, that's what we're talking.
So basic. I'm not talking about anything else. How many are okay? Is there anything coming in the chat box? Let me know. Okay, someone is talking. I could not see the chat box. So 20 to 25K. So understand, Shikha Soni, I have a question for you. Shikha Soni, can you please unmute yourself, Shikha?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you join on 15K?
Between 15 to 25K.
No. You are a fresher. You are a fresher.
Okay.
Right? 15 to 20K, when you are given me the range, that means E1 person will get 15K, right?
Okay.
And E3 person will get 20K, right?
Okay.
So if you are a fresher, will you be joining on 15K in an IT company? Fresher is a BE engineer with you will be taking from campus.
Okay.
Am I making sense to everyone here? Yes. So understand, for example, if so you also need to consider a lot of educational background, what kind of talent you're looking for. If you're looking for operation process, you want a graduate, you don't want anything more from that person. And I'm saying this IT company, it's a growing company, 100% it is growing. I already have 200 people. And if you still feel that, madam, we should go with 15 to 20, then please stick to that. What I want you to do is, I want to reflect on those thoughts. Because see, when I talk to maybe the clients, how do I talk? I always say, you're giving 15,000, person will join. But the day he will join, he will look for another job. So give something where person will be happy and stay. Because ultimately the person will be staying on PG. PG itself is take 8,000 to 10,000 today.
And in fact, in campus, they would have like multiple options coming in. They can apply into multiple roles. So if there is a competitive company.
So now this is where we are attracting, Surabhi. Getting my point? We are attracting. So what should be the salary now? Think about it.
$25 to $30K.
Okay, so now for example, let's consider this is called bottom-up approach, and we are saying 20. So I should use a different color bit. So we are saying 25K to 35, right? 30K, right? So understand, the 5 years person, the 5-year experience the person has got will be getting 30K. Will you be happy?
No, ma'am.
Because E3 is 5 years. And understand, अब आपको ये सोचना है, everyone listen to me very carefully, that Faraz joined you at 25K, and if he stays with you for 5 years, his salary will maximal go to 30K. Do you think you will stay with that company for 5,000 more?
No, ma'am.
No.
This is called, everyone, designing of compensation. Are you getting my point here now? Yes, because this is how the structures comes out, and you have to think what will be the motivation for the person. So for example, if I make this, that if the person is with me 5 years, I may look at 35K. So I get more breathing space. So now this is called broad banding. Are you with me? Great. Now let's move to grade D. What will be the salary?
$35 to 50.
35 to
50K.
Who is saying this?
For us.
For us, understand now here the person is going to get a promotion from E3 to D1.
Yes.
And the salary is same.
No, I mean, if the limit is 35 on E3, right? And if it goes to D1, right? So then we would have to increase it from maybe 35 to 40.
So think about it. Because if the person is moving from one grade to another grade, what is it that person will wait for? What will be the motivation to go to that level? For example, I stayed with you, your company, and I have 5 years of experience. Now I'm getting into D. My grade is changing, isn't it? So when my grade is changing, my salary is 35K only. So what is the motivation I have to go to the next grade?
None.
So now what will be the salary?
Yeah. Maybe 40 or 45K.
So for example, yes, someone is saying something, putting in the chat box, let me know. 40 to 60K, Shino is saying, and maximum people are saying 40 to 50K. Are you getting what are the thoughts you need to put when you're making the structure?
Yes.
Right? It is very important because you have to look at the retention, attraction, motivation. Right? So for example, here you say 40 to almost 60K, because understand the last person who will be having is a 10 years of experience. Right? And then you will have person moving from D1 to D2, what will be the increment? D1 to D3, what will be increment? So this will be more on tenure basis now. Performance is different, but tenure will also come into the picture. Is everyone, am I making sense to everyone now? Right? Then what will be C grade? Now you put your thoughts properly.
It should be between 80 to 1 lakh maybe.
Okay, maybe 80 because you look at, the C grade is going to be 15 years of experience, right? So 82, say for example.
A lakh.
Only 20,000 difference.
I mean, it can be greater.
And let me tell you, this is called big thinking, right?
Yeah.
For example, Surbhi or a Benazir, imagine you have 15 years of experience. What will be your salary expectation? But HR ना जब दूसरे को देने पे आता है तो कंजूसी करता है.
If I talk realistically for the IT people, even from when they are moving from E to D, they'll have 100% hike on their salary and they'll get 70 there itself.
Absolutely. So think about it, that what will be 15 years old experienced person.
1.25.
For example, 1.25, right? Now, what is next? Let's go to B. If you're not able to think about the salary, how can you think about earning this salary then?
From
between 150 to 2.
Say for example, 150 to
2K. 2 lakhs, sorry.
Okay. And what will be this PO level?
It's between 3 to 5.
Maybe 4 to above.
5.
Maybe above, right? Because
Right.
it totally depends on the person who is coming in. Making sense to everyone? This is called internal structure getting ready. Now what happens? You are into recruitment, you are HR, and what happens? You handle the client, candidate who is having 10 years of experience. What will be the salary package?
Pardon, can you repeat that?
If you are
40 to
conducting
60.
42,
60K.
10 years of experience.
60K.
10 years of experience, maybe 60, right? Do you think you will have little thing to also play around? Because if you look at it, we have also given 10 to 15 years there. So if the person has completed 10 years, right, and comes with performance, you can also give little, you have a margin to play between 60 to 80K if you look at it. Negotiation.
Ma'am, we can add more perks and benefits.
No, Wenzi. At the beginning doesn't matter. Because please understand, many people say, we will give you joining bonus. 1 lakh rupees.
Yes.
But that joining bonus is not reflecting my salary because my next promotion is going to happen on my base salary. So benefits we are going to see right now in a very different way. I will tell you that. But right now what I'm saying that, for example, if a person is coming who has got an experience, say for example, 12 years, right? According to your budget, you can give this salary. But suppose the person is asking, I need 1.30 at any cost. Below that, we will not come. Will you take that person? 100% no, because this is called, people will say, my internal equity will get disturbed. Are you getting my point? That means I'm not providing anyone right now this range. Every HR will have some range to play around, right? For example, you are a fresher, right? And you say, I want 28K. The person will not give it to you because it is not in that person's hand also. They will always say, Hamara utna budget hi nahi hai. Our budget is not that. Now, are you understanding what is budget is? Huh? Now, let me give you another thing here, okay? And many women will be able to connect with this. Now, what happens, right? That maybe I'm getting little gender specific here because looking at our society right now, okay? That is, maybe you worked for 5 years and then you took a break, right? 5 years, you have taken a break. So 5 years experience you have taken a break of say around 5 years. What is your age now? Here. So according to the other things, you should be in grade C. But according to the experience, you are already only in E or D. Are you getting my point? But what we say that, I was on a career break or my maternity leave and my other things, hence I lost 5 years. And we expect the company should take it and give me directly grade C. Is it possible?
No, ma'am.
No,
The society will never accept the way.
No.
Forget about society. You forget about everything. Now you are sitting in the chair of HR. Tell me, is it possible?
No.
No, ma'am.
No.
Are you getting my point? Ab kya hoga? For example, the person was in maternity break, accept the salary and everything from here. Where say, okay, TK, give me a D. But you, as per the age, you are here. Now what happens? Already the person who is in C may be equivalent to your age or sometimes younger than your age, and you need to report to this person.
Yes.
And where the conflict starts. Okay. So now I hope you are also understanding how things becomes difficult when you come after a career break. And now you will be more grateful to those companies who are considering and giving at par salary. Yes or no? Yes. So only suggestion to all of you will be, even though you are on career break, anything, keep working on your skills. At skills, you should be at par with C. Because we need to take, and that is required and that is very important. However, when we talk about, on this basis, it's become little difficult. Okay. Now, what are we going to do here is, I hope you are clear on now the structures very well. Have you got that clarity?
Yes.
Yes, everyone.
Ma'am, can I share something?
Yes, Neha, go ahead.
Ma'am, actually, when you are teaching this, I remember one incident. My father is in NTPC. He retired last year. So he was on non-X category. And when he was at the peak of that ladder, there was a written test and training to clear that, and then you will be provided executive level E1. But salary difference is only 1.5 K difference was there. And Papa said, no, I'm not going to take this exam. Only title will change, and I will be in the bottom of that executive ladder. And anyways, I'm going to retire in 4 to 5 years. And this doesn't make any difference to me. And I have to take instructions from all those new joinees who had cleared gate exams and joined a few months back. So this has actually happened in my Papa's life. I've seen this, and now I can relate it very well.
So very nice. Thank you so very much. And very important, your Papa is not
telling him. I was telling him, why are you not taking this exam? Why are you not doing this? Your position will change. But now I understand why he was refusing to do that.
Absolutely. And on top of it, Neha, it's not only reporting to them and all, not only about 1.5, the responsibilities will go high.
Yes. Yes.
Getting my point? And just for 1.5K, people will say, why should I let it be now as it is? I'm getting retired. Why should I take this responsibility?
Anyways, after 3 years, he was getting an increment because he was very tenured. So, and,
I hope you are getting my point when we are talking about these structures. And hence, everyone, I will always say to all of you, think what will you be expected. As a HR, never ever forget that you are also employee. As a fresher, how much will you expect? Are you ready to join at 15K? Do you want to go to the next level without any change? What is the excitement you have? Are you getting my point? So the excitement should be this much that, okay, I have completed as it is 4 years. If I stay here for 4 years, bahar jaunga, if I go outside, then my salary will increase only this much. Kitna milega? 30% that I will be getting here also. At least I'm established here. I will enjoy the power. So this is where we are saying, as a HR, you need to understand the human behavior. It's not a big thing. Only ask yourself these questions. What will I do? What will I do? You will see very high level of attrition happening after performance appraisals. You know why? Because your company has given you, say, 10% increment, right? Now, next increment will happen in next year. So by that time, in the next month, I will change the company and I will get 20% more hike. So 30% hike I will get and start my job.
Yes.
क्योंकि loyalty किसी में नहीं है. Understand this today. Loyalty is not from employee side. Loyalty is also not from employer's side. You need to think how I can retain this person. And another thing I will always keep on saying to all of you, my dear participants. I forgot. I don't know what I wanted to say. Short-term memory. Never forget that how you are working as an employee. And this is where we are talking about. Suppose salary is not much. Work on your culture. Work on your... Because people will... Let me tell you, there are many people work in a lesser salary at Google. Do you know that? Because there is a brand. Because there is a brand. I have seen from campuses, people are joining at 18,000, whereas the same batch, people joining at 25K somewhere else. But 18K, I'm okay because I am a Googler.
I've also seen people who are joining like somebody else's payroll, like Google operates on other consultancy firms'
Right.
payroll just because they get to sit in Google office.
Absolutely.
Like I can at least go there daily.
Very good, Surabhi. Very nice. Very nice. And that's why office locations, office everything, it matters. There is a pride. People want to show this to their parents where I work. This is my office. This is my cubicle. And if you start working on all these things, it makes a huge difference. Are you getting my point here?
Ma'am, so HR branding also plays a huge role here, right?
100%. Company brand, HR brand, it makes a huge difference. Huge. Why are we sending you so many messages on Fridays? Yes or no? Right? And believe me, my HR also sent those messages to the applicants who have come for the interviews. Jinke interviews ho chuke hain, we have made a nice list of those people. We keep on sending and tell them, thank you for coming. If you have any references, let us know. Why? Because you get to see what kind of culture it is. Yes or no? How many of you saw yesterday's video? Right? Did you find it good? Yes. Why? Because it's a culture of the company. Many people aspire to join. Yesterday, I received 4 messages that I want to be a part of product. Right? This is employer branding.
Motivates employees to work more. Give about it.
Yes, but that's not easy. That's not easy. When it is your company, you work, not employees. Okay. But that is what you can create the belongingness and make them work. Now, what is it that tomorrow you will be doing? Everyone, listen to me very carefully. Okay. So we have seen salaries. We have seen this. Okay. For us, I request you to take the screenshot of it and share it in our group. Is the admin I have given you? I don't know. What is the name of your batch? This PPT online, right?
PPT online HRG.
That's right. So group settings, only admin, all participants. So please take this and share it now in the group. Screenshot.
Yes, ma'am.
I've not received it. Let me check. I'm in the group. I've not received it.
I've taken the screenshot, but my WhatsApp is not opening in my laptop. I don't know why.
Okay, let me do this.
Yeah. Okay.
We received.
You have shared? Okay, someone has shared. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, what is the progress work you all have? You all have a progress work to do. Okay. The way we have come up with salaries, you will come up with benefits. Getting my point? Benefits. So now, tomorrow when you will make it, you can make it in Word, you can make it on a drawing sheet, you can make it the way you want. How many salaries we have worked on? So now you will come up with the benefits level-wise. Level-wise. Like 0 to 5, what are the benefits you will give? 6 to 10 or D, what are the benefits you will give it to E? What are the benefits you will give it to D? What are the benefits you will give it to C? What are the benefits you will give it to B and A? Is that fine with you? Only one hint I would like to give it to you. While you are giving the benefits, don't think about the budget and all. Okay? Don't think that you have all the budget in the world. Keep it in mind. What is it that line workers will value for? What is it that supervisors will value for? Is that fine with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Any question you have here?
No.
Right? So,
Ma'am, we have to do this activity tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and you will share it before YTP session starts. So that means by 1 o'clock, you will share your progress work in the group. Is that okay? Great.
Yes, ma'am.
So tomorrow we will have a YTP workshop, which will start at 2 o'clock. So before that, just put this one pager. Okay. I don't mind if you just do it in this way. Just let me show it to you. Do it in a very simple way. What is the way you will do? For example, in Excel, you can do. In the Word, you can do the way you want to do. Okay. But very important, what is it that you will be doing?
Ma'am, please repeat what to do. Please explain.
I'm explaining the same thing. Okay, so now for example, grade A, grade B, grade C, grade D, and grade E. Are you with me here, everyone? Okay.
Yes,
do one thing that you will just type out what are the benefits you will. Okay, let me make your job more easy. Let me make your job more easy. Is that fine with you? The job will be if you have to develop the travel related benefits across the grades. Okay, across the grade. For example, if employee from E grade wants to travel. Travel means outside state, India ke India mein hi, not outside India. Okay. What will be the benefit the person will get? For example, the person will get maybe by train the person can get.
Right.
Right. What person D will get? So I'm not giving you any hints right now. Only travel. Is that fine with you? So that now you are not using much brain.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Only travel. Because as a HR, you need to come up with these benefits also. Why? Because then person come from C grade or a E grade. And E grade person says, I wanted to go for official work. I went by flight. It was very urgent. Baba, but it is not given in your structure. Na? As per E grade, you get only train tickets.
Yes.
You have gone, you get reimbursed now. As per the train ticket, flight ke liye 4,000 laga. You went by flight, you paid 4,000. But by train, it would have taken 1,500. As per your grade, you get 1,500 only.
Right.
So please understand, even your benefits will be clear now. Okay. So I'll not take much time. Let me take just last 5 minutes and let me tell you how it works on benefits. And policy you will work. Is that fine? Travel benefits you will work. But now, for example, for line workers, what will be most important, everyone? Pick up and drop. Do you think that will be really important? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, food coupons, canteen facilities. Do you think it will be very important?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Great. Now, for supervisors, you give this. For supervisors, you will give this. But for supervisors, still you will need benefits. What are the benefits can be there? For example, they need what? They need security. Anna? They will need job security. So very important it is, for example, can you give them loans? Required loans, advances, job securities. Job
And also
security
insurance we can also provide.
Very good. Insurance.
Discount on company products.
What everyone will get.
Okay.
See, understand what is important for these people: security and employment.
Oh,
Right? So you will only have security and employment. Products वगैरह तो वो देंगे ही देंगे. Right? Now this person wants what? Sense of connection and family. Right? Can you give them maybe the house? Right? Car. अब इनको हम लोग पिकअप एंड ड्रॉप शेयरिंग पे नहीं ला सकते. You say no, equality and everything. They will say रखो तुम्हारे पास. Right? So I want car. Right? Then you may give them
Flexible work hours we can give also.
very good. Flexible work hours, these people don't want. Let me tell you, very important. These people are little, when they have reached to that level, they are workaholic only. ये flexibility जो entry level पे है ना, उनको बहुत रखती है. For people like us, we feel like, अरे काम दो, give me good work, good projects. Getting my point? So they want good projects. They want business class. Right? Because now they are top level. Right now here, status and recognition. So for example, if you are giving someone a car here, maybe car, and if you are giving, say, if you can give them Mercedes, they will be very happy. Hotels to go with family, they will be very happy.
Yes, foreign trips.
Foreign trips, very, very good, Priyanka. They will be very happy.
fuel reimbursement.
Very good. Right? So understand. Like for example, if you are giving ESOPs is, shares of the company. If you give it to grade E, they will say keep it to yourself. Nahi chahiye hame, but paisa do. So I hope I'm able to give you insights how Maslow gets applicable here. Everyone, please let me know, how did you find the session?
Amazing.
Yes.
Great.
I'm very helpful from the side of that.
This is very
Amazing.
important part of HR.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very
Right?
good. And good.
So, this is a designer work. This is a designer work. If you are interested to work on, होते हैं ना कुछ लोग जिनको progress work में बहुत interest होता है. So you will be working one on on travel benefits plan tomorrow. That is one progress work. But if you have a lot of interest, I will share one small case study with you. Take a screenshot of this case study. It is not for everyone. Okay, those who want to work, they can work on this. You can take a screenshot and please share it in our WhatsApp group. And just see, you are working with SCT Private Limited, the startup where 30 employees are working, mainly the sales profile. SCT Private Limited faces huge attrition and want to hire salespeople. Few competitors had to close down their business due to pandemic. So their workforce is available, but their competition was funded and used to pay very high. Applicants are not ready to come at lesser salary. So competition used to give fixed salary more and less incentives. However, SCT gives fixed salary less and incentives are more. You are working as a HR in SCT. What are the factors you will consider to attract the candidates? Making sense? Take this as a case study. If you can work on it, it will be really great progress work for you all. Because this is a major challenge right now. Because many people are, the problem is this, इनको इतना पैसा दिया हुआ है. A fresher is getting 5.5 and 6 lakh. Right? And now these people have got that used to it. And of course, they have made them work like hell. That is a different part altogether. But now they are not ready to come down. Because they have got used to that lifestyle. Getting my point? How will you work on it? Think about it. What are the things which you can look at it? Thank you, Mandakini. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Now there are certain things that like, some methodologies of job evaluation and all. Honestly speaking, that's a complete book knowledge, MBA knowledge, which is not required right now for you. However, I have given it in the slides. If you get time, go through it. But whatever we learned right now, that is something applicable right now for you and very important from your interviews perspective, from your current company perspective. So that's why we have given. Otherwise, compensation and benefit, I can take it for 40 hours minimum. But it is not required. क्यों डेटा में इतना भरे, है ना? जो जरूरत है वही यूज करें. वाह, we have got tagline here. Okay, everyone. So thank you so much. Tomorrow we have a YTP. Tomorrow you have to submit one progress work. I will be seeing it on WhatsApp group. Tomorrow's YTP. Keep your everything, your videos and everything on tomorrow. And I will be looking forward for an exciting session tomorrow. Okay. Mandakini, it is very difficult. It is coming out and they are satisfied. They are not satisfied with the freshers work. That is the biggest generation gap which we get to see. Okay. So those who want to leave can leave right now. I will stay only for around 10 to 15 minutes to solve your problems if you have any doubts. So I will stay back with you. No problem. Those who want to leave can leave. So someone has asked me a direct question, that is how to keep old employees satisfied. If company is more, if company offer more package, see, older people salary will be always, what to say, more than the freshers. It is not possible. But rupee value has changed. Okay. Like for example, what I was getting maybe in 1996 around 2000 rupees. Today, the starting salaries are 20,000 rupees. But that is a rupee value, na? Right? But you cannot say the older employees will get. But sometimes what happens is, older employees means existing employees. So older employees is the wrong word. Existing means what? Like there is one person is working in our company for say 2 years. Now new person joins and the salary increase. We have given more salary to him or her. It will become a problem. It will become a problem. Okay, because then there is a trust issue. But when, after working in HR for a very long time, when I started my own company, I've seen that happening. For example, when we started the company 5 years back, that time the packages were different. And the competence was also different. Let me tell you. Because startup, who would like to